Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Nine and Sim. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. So I came across this video. I really do not know how to talk about this, but this is absolutely real. And I hope the people that contributed to all this are also knowing. I hope they know that they will also be affected. Because tell me how FK Jr., right, came out to talk about how they are going to train black kids, right, to be resistant to racism and to be immune to racism. Like, how do you want black people to be resistant and immune to racism when you people are not holding yourselves accountable for the things you do to people that look like me? Make this make sense, because I really do not understand it. How did he stand there to open his mouth to say this? Now, I don't know, for also people that look like me that also voted for this. I hope you all are saying this, that you also is not safe because your kids is in danger. I hope you know that. Because tell me how the people that are doing what they are doing to people that look like me are not being held accountable for their actions towards black people. But they are going to train your kids, your own children, to be immune and resistant to their bullshit. Let's get into this video.
This is Robert F. Kennedy Jr. And a lot of people are reacting to Roland Martin talking about what Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said. First, I'm going to show you what Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said about black children need to become basically superhumans to deal with racism. And then I'm going to explain why Robert F. Kennedy Jr. should have been in that hotel. If you know, then you know.
Oh, those kind of things had no impact on me. And that's the kind of resilience that we want to give the black American children, so that they have so much confidence in their own future that when they do encounter the inevitable racism, that it will bounce off them, that they'll be, like the Avengers, they'll be immune to it. And then we don't have to stop racism altogether, because we're never going to be able to do that, but we can have children that are not affected by it, that don't internalize it, that don't see it as their problem. They see it as the person whose race is problem.
First off, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was giving this speech in front of an audience of black people, blacks for Kennedy, when he was running for the nomination of President of the United States. These rocket raccoons were sitting here listening to Master spew this rhetoric like Master was onto something. This yabbering yeast yellow yogurt yeti is standing there talking about how black children need to basically become superheroes to deal with racism, because it is not the responsibility of racists to stop being racist or to be held accountable for their racism. So basically, we're being gaslighted and told that if on September the 15th, 1963, in Birmingham at the 16th Street Baptist Church bombing, that if Addie Mae Collins, Cynthia Wesley, Carol Robinson, and Carol Denise McNair would have been superheroes, the bombing wouldn't have left them dead. It would have just bounced off them. So instead of holding the bigots and racists that were holding the water hoses and releasing dogs on black children just needed to have superpowers and take responsibility for the racism of white people. Because it is too much to expect for white people not to be racist. Real quick, How many of you all think Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has that same energy when talking about the fact that his father, Robert F. Kennedy Sr., was shot in 1968 at the Ambassador Hotel by Sirhan Sirhan? Or should his uncle, John F. Kennedy Jr., been a superhero on November the 22nd, 1963, when he was shot by an assassin's bullet? Robert F. Kennedy Jr. here thinks that our children need to be superheroes. No, I think our problem is we've been too busy trying to just be anti-heroes instead of supervillains. Let me see if I can fix that.
Sincerely speaking, he really got my blood boiling so hard while he was speaking. So now what he's trying to tell me is that he is not going to hold his own people accountable for the things they do to people that look like me. Rather, he is looking for a way to teach the kids or to teach people that look like me to be immune to racism, right? I mean, it's more like trying to let them know that, people being racist to you will not do anything to you. Rather, you have to be strong and bold enough to withstand them. Ooh. So how long are people going to put up with all this selection of people that you all chose to put as cabinets and all that, and senators and the rest of it? Because I don't know if this is the real Kennedy or there is something that we need to like really. I think there is something we don't know that we need to know, because make this make sense. So what he's trying to tell me is that they are not going to hold people accountable for the things they do to people that look like me. And he wants to teach black American children to be resistant and to be confident, right? In order to encounter racism, so that they will be immune to it. So that how do you want to stop racism altogether when you are giving the people being racist to other people a handbook to continue to be what they know how to be best? Because this is actually not making sense to me. Or maybe I do not understand enough. Someone can actually put me through. Let me understand, right? If you check around, you definitely will know that there are so many other people actually have anti-racist bill. There is anti-racist bill for other people. People that look like me do not have it. And now, this is also trying to tell you that they are going to train the kids to be resistant and to be immune. What do you mean by being immune to racism instead of coming out to combat it? Sincerely speaking, it's really going to be a very long ride for everybody. I don't know how this is going to happen, but I don't know how this is going to happen, because some people woke up and decided that they are going to be on the wrong side of history. And now, sincerely speaking, they will completely be on the wrong side of history, because history, I don't know how to say that. I don't want anybody, I don't know how I'm trying to put my words, but I am really mad. I am sad about this. We have talked about how Black kids grow up so fast. They do not get the opportunity to really be kids. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Black kids do not have the opportunity to be kids. They grow up so fast. Why? They have to be strong, because They've been trained to be strong, to face the outside world. And the outside world is not nice to them. Because if you see a 9-year-old child is already grown to have that sense that anything might happen anytime. Because tell me how they are going to see a child with mobile phone and they said it's Pe0ple. We are not going to even talk about police brutality. We are not talking about being pulled over. I mean, driving and being scared, not knowing if you will make it home, walking and being scared, not knowing if you will make it home, fishing and everything. And now their plan is to make the kids resistant to. How do you make the kids resistant to racism? Maybe by injecting them resistance drugs, that can make them resist it because they are not humans. See, I hope that the people that write email to me and that are in the comment section telling me not to stop talking about what is going on over there and who am I to ask who they voted for. I hope you all can see this, and I want you all also to know that you are also not immune, because if you have kids, or if you do not have kids, you have grandkids, or you do not have kids at all, you have probably siblings that have kids. This might be one of their stories, that probably a child encountered something in school or on the road or something, and they are telling you that you have to be immune to it. You can imagine watching your child go through something like that. Or you can imagine going through like some kind of thing and you cannot even report it to the cops. Why? Because it's already been said that you have to be resistant to this. He needs to get a clue because he got no clue of what he is talking about. Everybody really got to buckle up. I am still making research on Black Project 2025. I do not have a lot of information on it. And as soon as I have enough information, I definitely will come here and release it, because it is going to be a very long drive, a long ride. Unbelievable. Or maybe not. Disappointed. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.